We are counting down the days to the release of one of the most hotly anticipated action-packed films of the year. I'm talking about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. It hits theaters this Friday. Day 2 of Mission Impossible week here on CBS and CBS Mornings Plus. Today, we've got one of the movie stars. Greg Tarzan Davis returns to the franchise for a second time as Degas, an agent who switched sides from chasing Tom Cruise's character Ethan Hunt to fighting alongside him, with him. In the new movie, Ethan and the team are in a race against time to stop Gabriel, the relentless villain, from taking control of the Entity, an AI program set on destroying the world.
Gabriel!
Harris! Gabriel, now! Kill him now! Wake up! Gabriel, shoot him, kill him! Kill him! Catch me if you can, Ethan!
Happy to say Greg Tarzan Davis is joining us now. So happy to have you here. The movie's fantastic. We've all seen it. And you're in it from almost the very beginning, like nearly the first scene, and you're fantastic. Right, you steal the scene right away. Just that little look, like, what's going on here? What's happening?
Thank you.
You know you contain multitudes. So what's it like to be back in action here?
It feels good. You know, I've had the privilege of joining the first film, Dead Reckoning, and that was a whirlwind when I got the call from Tom and McHugh saying, hey, we like what you did in Top Gun Maverick. We wanted to bring you into this. We don't know what the role is, but we wrote this character for you named Degas, because I'm from New Orleans, and it was a French heritage, the French artist. So what do you think? And I was like...
Oh, it's named after the French artist Degas.
Yeah, because I'm from New Orleans. You said that. I was like,
and they wrote this part for you.
Yeah. And that was my first ever, like, offer. You know, that's a dream that we have as actors, to say, oh, you know, I'm getting offers now. I felt big time for a quick second, you know?
Yeah.
So were you like, let me check my schedule? Were you like, yes, 1,000 times yes?
Okay, so listen, I've always heard that you have to, like, play it cool. You don't want to sound too desperate. So I'm on the phone with McHugh and Tom, and I put the phone on mute. I'm like, so then I hear Tarzan, you still with me? And I'm like, yeah. So you're like, what do you think? And I said, you know, but I couldn't hold it. I'm like, yes, McHugh, yes, Tom, let's do it, you know?
That's awesome. I mean, that's a cool story, even more so because just before we came back on, we were talking about how you were a little boy wanting to be an actor, 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
But then you put it aside thinking, it's a tough path. And you were a teacher, and your kids, pick up the story there. They were telling you.
Yeah, so one of my students, they were like, so I'm always preaching, you can follow your dreams, you can be whatever you want.
First grade teacher.
First grade teacher. And I'm like, you can do it. Adults always say that, and I'm firm about that. So one of my students said, hey, what did you want to be when you got older? And I was like, I want to be a teacher. Get out of my face, little kid. And I was like, you didn't want to be a teacher. Teachers suck. And I was like, man. So they said, what did you really want to be? And I was like, well, I wanted to be an actor. So from then, I was like, let me give it a shot. Let me just see what happens. I gave myself 2 years, which is foolish. Never put a time limit on your dreams. And I've been blessed with opportunities, and, you know, I turned it into The Final Reckoning.
You sure have.
The Final Reckoning, the last movie right before this one in Mission Impossible, also Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
So you've had 3 movies now with Tom Cruise. You call him a mentor. Is it true you call him your uncle?
Yeah, in my phone, I can't say
Uncle. I was gonna say.
You know, I have him under. Uncle is the title. Listen, he's been so kind to me. He's like an uncle figure. He's a mentor to me. But you know, over the 8 years of working with him, he's been. If I need anything, I call him. He's there for me. He doesn't always answer, but he'll call me back.
Okay.
And that's what counts most.
What's the advice he's given you, like especially when it comes to acting on this huge stage? Like what one little tidbit has he given you that's really resonated?
Putting the audience first. The reason, the number one question I always ask him is, how did you become a movie star? Because when I was young, I wanted to be a movie star. Still to this day, I want to be the next movie star. They say they're dead, and I'm like, well, guess what? I'm gonna revive it. But you know, he's always like, if you want to do this, you have to understand that the audience comes first. So it's always about how can you impact globally, you know, every audience member.
I think the audience is liking what you're putting down. Is Degas going to come back in some future reckoning?
Perhaps as the main person to take the baton?
Listen, these movies, this is
How long of a contract did you sign anyway with them? 5 years?
Listen, let me say that if it was 5 years and those 5 years have expired doing these damn movies, These other two movies. Mission is Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is Mission. You know, this is his baby, one of the first films he's produced. And it'll be hard to see a Mission Impossible without Cruise being attached to it.
Very diplomatic answer. Very good. This message will not self-destruct. It's on camera.
Once upon a time, they said that about the Bond franchise, but you know, they did find another Bond. Greg Tarzan Davis, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is in theaters, Dolby Cinema, and IMAX this Friday, and we are proud to say,
so proud,
it's distributed by the one, the only Paramount Pictures, which, like CBS, is part of Paramount Global.